Deer in headlights much? Think that's bad? But wait, there's more. Or, then there's...
Alright, welcome to the Freedumb Unchained channel, where you guys actually learn law, and don't have to deal with that legal bull.
Oh my god, this is gonna be worse than I thought. You learn law without the legal bull. Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I'm doing a quick video on a, debunker, you know, those, shills of a... I'm trying to keep my language polite for everybody.
Yeah, well that's not gonna last long. So let's just get into the meat of the matter.
What's all this about? Well, it's a new Frauditor that is, well, in his own words, popped his cherry frauditing. If you've seen the video...
So, do you even know what fraud means? Or are you know, making up words just to make you feel special? You know, like the government does. They always have to make up words to make them feel special.
From yesterday, he has a rather out-of-this-world interpretation of what laws are.
Woo, is it out of this world or out of your indoctrination system? Because, you know, it's actually the way that you're supposed to practice law within a court. You know, not in your legal system. I'm sorry, but your indoctrination camps have taught you wrong. And you actually don't know what law is. But courts have been around for centuries and millennials and...
Millennials?
And hundreds of thousands of years. Or whatever this world... It's pretty much as soon as this earth was created and man appeared on this earth, courts came to be.
That's what war is, Councilman. That's what makes it a thing to be avoided. You've made it neat and simple. So neat and simple.
He talks like Captain Kirk.
Cop watch, audit, whatever you want to call it.
Well, lucky for you, we don't kink shim around here. And the term you're looking for is frauditing.
Saw a cop flying by to pull someone over, so I figured I'd take Zaya, threw her on a leash, and we'd walk and got a little catch.
In case you're wondering who Zaya is, it's his dog. He took his bloody dog to a frauded situation. For fuck's sake, man. Are you dense? If you do this, don't get a dog in...
Oh, I finally understand why you call it frauditing. It's because when you record a cop, you're recording a fraudulent situation brought upon by the cops. Because they're all frauds. Because the whole government system is a fraud. It's a legal system acting as law, aka would be fraud. A fraud upon law. Oh, I get it now.
Do you? Do you get it? The only fraud here is you. Are you gonna have any citations for your bullshit, or are you just gonna keep rambling at us? And you still don't get what we mean about the dog.
But yes, Zaya goes everywhere with me, because she's a happy dog, and she likes to go places and enjoy the world, unlike you, where you probably don't do anything to actually experience anything in life, so you probably don't fail at anything.
He totally glosses over Ragical's point about taking the dog into a dangerous situation, and then I think he's trying to burn Raj on not failing enough. I just don't get it.
What do you expect from a cartoon character that doesn't want to show its face? You know what I would suggest to you? Get out in the world and fail. Start to learn how to fail. Unlike your indoctrination systems where they didn't teach you that failure is good.
All we get from this guy are ad homs and projections. Not reflections. Although, some reflection on your part would be good. As for failing, you're a great example of that too. So, yeah, thanks for that.
Oh, you utter dick flute.
Some action here. It was a fun time, as you can see. My heart's still racing. It was a while ago. Not a while ago, but probably over an hour ago.
Ugh, can we get on with the frauditing already? I mean, also, that is adrenaline you're feeling. Never felt it in your life, did you? Usually that goes away up.
Yep. I never felt adrenaline in life. Or you're just reflecting. I think you're reflecting. You've never felt adrenaline in your life.
Projecting, not reflecting. What the fuck?
No, I'm good.
I'm just wondering, why did you take your dog? I mean, you saw the situation and you saw an opportunity, right? But do you really think this is a safe situation to get your dog involved? I mean, at some point you got a brain and you're already refusing to brain, just like yesterday.
So, why would it be unsafe? I thought the cops were there to protect and serve. So, you're admitting the cops are dangerous individuals. Is that what you're doing? You're admitting that they have an ego And at any time, they can flip off the handle and harm and injure people for walking on the sidewalk and walking their dog. Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're admitting? I think that's what you're admitting.
The only one here with an ego is you, Boyle. He's not admitting to anything of the sort. We're saying that if you get arrested, what happens to the dog? You're there alone. The dog gets taken by animal services and put up for adoption, which is the best day for that dog. But you're putting it in the position of being brought to what could be a kill shelter. No responsible animal owner would do that. You must not love your dog much.
Or in other words, I don't have faith in you trying to brain.
Or you don't have faith in the officer not beating someone up.
I see you got your dead air training from the professional fraud.
So he skipped a whole part where the cop actually interacted with me first, where I was just standing there and the officer said, "Can I help you?" And I said, "No, I'm good." You had to skip that whole part. Because what, you're trying to paint a narrative. Is that what you're trying to do? Okay, I think that's what you're trying to do.
You know, at some point we gotta know what's going on, and we don't know what's going on. And I'm pretty sure at the end of the video you're gonna draw some conclusions of which you have no idea. FYI, that was over 3.5 minutes at 20 times speed.
I'm right here. I'm good. I'm comfortable right here.
You're in between the two cars.
I'm not obstructing anything.
So here's the second time the officer contacted me when I was in a appropriate distance from him. I was in front of the subject's car, the person almost being extorted. Luckily, he didn't get extorted completely. He just got trespassed on for his freedom to travel. But then I walk up to the officer car, not very close, as you can see, not very close, and he wishes to exchange with me once again. So who is in the wrong? I must be in the wrong, right?
1, he skipped dead air because you people don't care about your audience enough to edit it out. 2, you don't decide when you're interfering, or obstructing is the word for it. The officers worry about officer safety first. Not that you care about that. So if he has to take time away from what he's doing to deal with your petty ass, that's obstruction. You guys never take into consideration that you don't know what they were pulled over for, why the police came into contact with them. He could have been wanted for murder, rape. He could have been human trafficking. You don't know that. You don't know it was a speeding ticket or whatever. And finally, yes, you were in the wrong. You uploaded proof of it.
You were doing good for a second here.
Thank you.
So at this point, he asks me to get behind his car or in front of his car. But I think he's stumbling over his words. So I move behind his car, which is, the next part is pretty funny, because then he comes back to tell me to get behind his car, and then he realizes I'm behind his car.
Behind my car. Behind my car. My car ends here. I'd only like you to step right here. Okay? I can't see you.
I understand what you'd like.
So once he realizes he's being stupid, and that I am actually following his orders, which I don't actually have to follow his orders, but I was being polite, and, standing behind his car. He walks behind his car and says, "This is the back of my car," and I was behind his car, and then he has to change his words and say, "No, I wish you to be even farther behind my car." Well, what was wrong with me being in front of your car, where you could actually see me better? Was there a problem with me being in front of your car, where you could see me better? No. You had to bark orders, and you had to get an ego, and then you had to look like an idiot because you had to change what you were saying to make me comply with your orders that I already kind of followed, but I didn't really follow because I was already there.
You're my blind.
But this is why we're here. This is why I'm here.
Well, as per usual, we are dealing with amazing audio quality. In case you didn't hear, the officer wants him to either record in front of the two cars or...
Oh my god, we're dealing with awesome quality of audio. Yes, it's a cell phone. Do you expect people to carry around high quality camera and audio equipment for every interaction that they have in this world? Is that what you think?
He's stumbling? Pot me kettle. Yes, you do have to follow orders. You still don't understand the whole interfering thing, do you? I mean, I get that you wouldn't understand being at work and having to get things done. And you're lying. At first, you would do as they asked, but then you realized your viewers aren't going to like it if you quote-unquote follow orders. So you did what frauditors always do. You became part of the story. And as far as the equipment, yeah, you people claim to be professional journalists, right? Professionals have good equipment. Professional equipment, even.
Does it matter? Does it really matter? Or am I there just to record the interaction between the cop and a individual just to make sure the cop doesn't get out of hand? So does the audio and the video quality actually really matter? Or are you just nitpicking because you have nothing else to nitpick about?
Behind his car, so he's not next to the traffic stop. You know, he can still film. He's not telling him not to film, but of course he needs to do the antagonizing thing, right? That's what frauditors do after all. He's already breaking rule number 1. Do not become part of the story. So that you can observe this.
I think you missed the visual part of this. Did you not see I was actually doing as the cop wished? I was behind the car? No. You have to change the narrative to fit your purposes. That's what you need to do. So I wasn't the one in the wrong. I didn't make myself part of the story. The cop's ego got out of hand, and his orders he was barking around, he realized I was actually following without following, so he had to bark more orders so that he would get me to comply to his orders, which, you know, I'm happy to make him feel safe because he's so scared of a man with a camera.
Now who's trying to push a narrative? They're not afraid of you. They don't know if you have weapons. They don't know you. It's nighttime, and they're in the middle of a traffic stop, so they can't pay attention to you and the traffic stop at the same time. It's called situational awareness. Look it up. Frauditors never seem to have it. As for not making yourself part of the story, yeah, you did. And you know you did. That's what you're there for. You're a troll. You're there to try to cause something to happen so you have a better video. We know this, and deep down so do you. And your camera, as shitty as it is, has a zoom. You don't have to be right up on them to make your little video. You can step back to where they asked you to be and zoom in, and it won't change the quality of the picture at all. You know that too, but like I said, you're there to cause trouble.
So I stepped back a foot. When in reality, he probably would have been safer if he allowed me to stand in front of his car, which he told me to stand in front of his car. But then when he realized that he made a mistake with his words and he didn't want me that close to his car, then he told me to stand in front of the victim's car. Weird. Just seems like he just wants to bark orders out.
Okay. You can observe. So what was wrong with me being right in front of your car? Everything.
He's so lucky he got a call there because he didn't really have to answer my question. What is wrong with me standing in front of your car? He paused for a second, and then he luckily got a little beep chirp on his radio that he had to respond to. Of course, he had to have backup. He needs backup for this situation because I'm so scary. A man walking his dog down the sidewalk with a camera recording an interaction of a cop and assistant. I am a threat.
My safety. I don't know you. I have to pay attention to this. Would you like me to go in front of your car? Either in front of his car.
See how he said before in front of my car, but then he's like, no, that's too close for you. You might actually catch something I'm doing incorrectly. So no, not in front of his car, where you were standing before.
Yes. And I can't observe you. You can observe.
Hey, I need to head that way.
But I don't want you in my blind spot when I'm trying to run his license. All right, I'll stop. Just for yours, right here. Yeah. So I either need you to be behind mine. Okay. I'll be right here. You can see me. Just for yours. Thank you. You know, because I don't want you to be scared. I'm not scared.
Did I not seem like a reasonable person trying to make him feel secure in his insecure body. I think I was pretty reasonable in this stop.
Just divided attention. I understand. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
I either needed to be behind mine. Okay, I was right here. You can see me. Just for your... Thank you. Yeah, because I don't want you to be scared. I'm not scared. I just divided attention. I understand. Okay. I need to complete my stop with him. I understand. Are you taking me away from
I'm not taking you away from anything, but go ahead, continue.
So now we have this guy whining about him not being able to observe when he can simply observe from here or in front of the traffic stop. It's not the officer's fault you have crappy camera equipment and audio equipment. And yeah, I know, you guys always want to record everything, including the dead air. But if the dead air is all kinds of wind noises and we can't even make out what's being said...
Oh my god, what a whiner. Oh my, you're allowed to be free and walk on the sidewalk, but no. Wah, wah, wah. You have bad audio equipment. It's not our fault that the officer needs to bark orders and wishes you to go all the way over there.
I'm bored. I thought at least he'd have an argument or two, but he's got nothing. All he does is repeat what Ragical says about him back at him. It's stupid. Everybody sees that's what you're doing. He's so used to being a parrot, of just parroting what he hears on YouTube, that he's doing it now. I don't know if he thinks he's providing a good argument, but he's not. And it's just getting repetitive and boring, and I just can't, guys. What a moron. Well, here we are at the end. The struggle was real, guys. Editing is torture for your girl, but I did it for you. I thought this guy would have some kind of arguments, and I may go back to his first video, because I think I remember him having some kind of argument as flawed as it was there. What do you think? If you want me to, give me a thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Love you. Bye. Here come the patrons. You ever get the feeling you're being watched?